Good evening, everybody. This is
Good evening, everybody. This
I'm
is
getting
good
juicy
evening,
sex.
everybody. This
I'm
is
getting
good
juicy
evening,
sex. Right. Good evening. We all try that all again, and hopefully I won't get Twitch talking in my ear. Yeah, welcome, Producer Tim, and we have got a tasty matchup for you. So we have Niklas God versus Wouter Overhand. We have Scum versus Empire, and these two are unbeaten out of 106 players I think we had in the knockout event. Those in chat, just checking my audio is all okay. Just let me know. Should be, I think, because people are starting to say hello. Excellent. Right, we will just pop onto the table and say hello to the players. Hey guys, you're now live on the stream.
Perfect. Hello.
Do you want to say hello to everybody? So we're not going to bother you too much. I'll let you guys, you're on setup. Yeah, like I say, once you're ready to go, if you want to just tab the middle of the table, and I'll start your timer at the same time. But best of luck and have fun.
Thank you. All right.
Set up.
Put this over here.
Okay, Ben. I don't know if you can hear me. We are now live on Twitch.
I've not got the room up yet, so I think I'm just going to have to watch it through Twitch.
Yeah, cool. Well, I mean, yeah, as and when, if it works, I mean, I can obviously talk over the combat as it goes live. But yeah, so should be a very good match to watch this. Obviously, both players are not only unbeaten in the Sith Taker knockout event, but obviously, multiple wins under their belts at various other events.
Niklas was also in the final of the Sith Taker Cup we did.
Yes. Sorry, I was just looking at a different thing. I think he's certainly got to finals in some of the GSP events, hasn't he?
I'm not sure. I know he's made cuts.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we might as well talk about his list quickly. So I guess the big thing in his list is Torkul, who will be reducing something to Initiative 0, Pilot Skill 0. That's not a massive impact in this game. It's only really going to be Chirino that will get reduced, I guess. But that still could be very annoying. But then the other, I suppose, element of this list, it's all the bonus shots that he could potentially trigger. Because he's got Tirani that's got Snapshot and can also do Tirani's ability with the Bullseye.
Pretty easy to line up on rack as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. And this is it. You get multiple TIE fighters down that Bullseye and it triggers twice. That's, well, it practically kills a TIE fighter, doesn't it? So, yeah, and we've got Captain Justero, who, I think it's if an enemy takes damage from non-combat damage, he can make a bonus attack against them. So yeah, there's gonna be some interesting. We've got the bombs as well that could trigger that.
Right, I can see now.
Excellent.
It's only on Twitch though, so I'll be behind you.
Okay. So also we had Wouter play 2 games for us last week. And we won both games last week, so did pretty well.
Looks like he's setting up slightly different though. He usually was having rack on the outside, weren't he? I think.
Maybe. I guess with this though, perhaps the way that the obstacles are in the sort of the middle, maybe he's obviously wants to keep a nice wide sort of outside channel for the decimator.
Yeah. I can see. Is that R5 TK droid? Is that the one where you can shoot your own ships?
K26. Yes. So yes, Tirani can shoot friendly ships. So first TIE fighter clipping this gas cloud, but won't care for that strain because really should be able to clear that before it actually matters. So let me just do the Facebook post as we are now live. Post that. Cool. Yeah, so it's a fairly sort of standard opening engagement. Scum are going to be sort of scouting up to the sort of the top of the board, and we've got the Imperials sort of going around the other way. I'd be interested to see if we get the TIE fighters turn up this middle channel, and see if we go for a joust, or are they going to try and skirt around a bit further?
I don't know who'd win out on the joust. I'd be quite interested to see.
I would be quite concerned about all these bonus attacks and damage that the Scum can do.
Yeah. I guess it depends what sort of range you're talking, doesn't it? If Rat gets engaged a bit, I don't know, he'd probably lose it. They sound like they know each other, though, from speaking to them, so it might be a case of like knowing how each other plays already.
Yeah, I think they were just saying that they played on Monday, and I think I think Wouter was taking his Sloan Swarm against Niklas, who took Nantex, wasn't it? So
yeah,
so they obviously perhaps play quite frequently, which may sort of make you play a certain way, I guess, if you can kind of predict how your opponent plays. So yeah, that's that strain gone. We're probably just going to see Chirino bump into the back of the green TIE fighter here.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Just slow everything down.
I guess so. The longer we get an engagement here, the more likely the Mouldy Crow is going to be stacked up with its little focus back. Not that it's got a massive impact in this game, but having those extra tokens, I guess, for a few turns may be quite big.
I mean, I think if the Desi Swarm can slow the engagement down, because if he loses the TIE Fighter, he's not that bothered. It's like 20 odd points.
Mm.
But if he can take something out in return, towards the end of the game, he's not that bothered, is he?
No, not
Maybe
at
he'll
all.
want to slow things down a bit.
No, that's it. Once you've taken out, Tirani, taken out Justero, that's a lot of the damage being taken out of the list. Because that Cartel Marauder is just essentially an X-Wing, isn't it? Which is still 3 red dice, but not the most manoeuvrable. And Tirani really is only... I mean, he's got 3 red dice up the front, hasn't he, with Mouldy Crow title. But he won't be... Tirani. Torquil.
Torquil. Yeah, he's got 3 out of the front, and I think it's 2 out of his turret.
So we got the TIE fighters turning in now. And the Scum doing the opposite, turning in as well. So it looks like
surprised.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you have much choice here as the Scum player, because if you end up flying behind that debris, these ships, they can turn, but you don't really want to be going through those debris or the gas clouds and losing action. So you're probably best sort of turn in here and perhaps take the joust.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it works well, because you can probably... It'd be nice if you can get all the ships pointing at Rack and take him out quickly.
We didn't actually discuss Wouter's list that much, and it was on the stream twice last week, but he's got a fairly beefy Chirino with the obviously Admiral Sloan for rerolls against stress ships, and then if you destroy one of the Imperial ships, you'll be getting double stressed. And actually, I mean, he hasn't got any contraband cybernetics in the Scum list, so taking the stress might be quite tough for them. Obviously, the following turn.
But I mean, Torquil can take some stress, can't he? Because he'll have all his focuses anyway.
He will, but then if his turret's not facing the right way, his arc and his turret, he's not reducing, say, rack to 0, and you're not shooting stuff as well. I mean, we'll see. I mean, having flown a few of the Kimajilas recently, stress can be a problem for them. I mean, the list I've been flying, which I have pinched, does have contraband cybernetics on every single one.
When I was flying them as well, I had the same thing. A load of contraband. And that reroll droid.
Okay, so Chirino's taken a much wider angle here rather than bump into the back of some of the TIE fighters. So he's almost lined up with this debris field. But he is also facing off against Tarani and the Cartel Marauder. The Cartel Marauder's got the feedback around. I think that's taken ion, is it? Is it taken ion in a damage to do a damage?
Don't you pass your ion across? No, you pass an ion across, don't you?
Let us have a see. We have the power to zoom in. So, feedback array. Before you engage, you may gain 1 ion token and 1 disarm token. If you do, each ship at range 0 suffers 1 hit damage.
What's this guy playing guitar? I thought you got a picture of me dancing when someone follows.
That's just for the follows now. If we get a sub or donation, you can have the dancing goblin.
Sorry, I keep nipping back over to try and connect to the actual game, so I'm not behind.
Well, I imagine this game could go quite quickly. We'll see. I guess it probably all depends what range this if we get an engagement this turn. So I don't think the Imperials really want to be charging in 5 forwards here. Try and perhaps do some damage from range 3, range 2 and have that extra green dice.
They don't really want range 2, do they? Because they'll trigger the snapshot and then Tarani will go off.
Well, no, because the TIE Fighters... the TIE Fighters are going to move first now, aren't they? So they're not going to get range 2 of Tarani this turn.
Yeah.
What I meant is, obviously, they don't want to be taking range 1 shots back. Because that, potentially 4 red dice could, spell the death of a TIE Fighter, certainly with the Tarani's ability.
Looking at Niklas's list, I don't even know what you try and take out first. Like, obviously Tarani's a pain, but he's the one with the most health in it.
There we go, we got a subscriber now, so cheers, Dreadeye. Dancing Ben for everybody.
I've not seen it yet, I'm excited.
So yeah, I thought we'd probably see a 2 or 3 forward. So he's gone, for the 3 forward. That might be just in case the Scum, I guess, go 1 forward or something. But looks like the Kirax, the Cartel.
There I am dancing.
Cartel Marauder's coming in on 2 forwards here, so close to range 1, but I imagine it'll be range 2.
I've lost a bit of weight since then, so it's even more disappointing.
We'll have to film a new one.
Don't worry though, I'm still just as beautiful.
Interesting. Is that Tarani's target lock? Yeah, so Tarani's target locked that Cartel Marauder. And I guess that might be, so if you have to shoot the Cartel Marauder, you could then spend the target lock to re-roll hits and crits into blanks, or attempt to.
Yeah, and then you can trigger his ability, can't you?
No, I think that's exactly it, because that droid is 0 points. So yeah, that could be quite a cheeky way to do it. So, okay, so this engagement's shaping up fairly well, I think, for Wouter, because he's not going to get anything at range 1. Don't know if there's space for a barrel roll there. So he won't be getting a bullseye potentially, unless he might get a bullseye into Rack, I guess. Oh, Rack is banking past the... They're just checking for snapshot. No snapshot, so Chirino's reinforcing front. Looks like we're going to get a lot of range 2. Possibly just discussing who is going to get, or what? I don't know. Discussing tokens, possibly. Okay, so Torkel's looking and has got Chirino at range 3, so that'll be Chirino at PS0.
I think I'm in the room. I'm just waiting for it to load.
Cool. So, looks like Tirani's going to shoot first and just checking. So, we'll have Chirino in bullseye for that extra point of damage. Just going to see who he's going to shoot. Looks like he's going to shoot Chirino range 3 obstructed. And we got 2 hits on the dice. 1 evade, so we'll lose 1 shield from the shot, and then Tirani's ability will trigger. Should do the second shield. Yep, so that is very good ability. Just 3 damage. So, it looks like Justero is going to shoot next. Interestingly. Okay, so I guess they'll probably. I wondered if they were checking for. Okay, so Justero has done a range 3 shot, 3 eyeballs into 3 hits. So that's the first damage card will be going on to. Oh no, sorry, reinforced front. So just the 2 shields. Okay, so the first shot was Justero's bonus attack. I was just trying to work out what they were doing.
First shot.
Yeah, so I think he rolled 3 red dice with 3 eyeballs, spent a focus. Unless Torkill spent one there actually. No, so this is now Torkill shooting. And 2 hits and a focus at range 3 obstructed. So I think Torkel's trying to decide if it spends a focus or not, and is spending a focus. It is reinforced as well. So spends a force to turn this eyeball into an evade, I think. And just takes 1 more damage. So that's 2 damage on Churno. Really should be updating the overlay.
Because you're having to comment on it all. I'm so far behind, it's hard to say anything.
Well, I was also the Justero bonus attack because he then shot straight afterwards. I was just trying to sort of work out what was happening, but yeah, basically because Tirani's point of damage isn't an attack, it then triggers Justero's bonus attack. So it looks like the TIE fighters are now just deciding who they're going to shoot, and looks like he's going after Tirani.
Yeah, I guess he's the big. Because he enables Justero, doesn't he?
Yeah. So 1 hit from the first TIE fighter. We have 2 evades. Second, so these are probably all going to be range 3. So spends a focus for 1 hit. 1 evade, no need to spend that focus token yet. So we're going to get a couple of range 2 shots potentially. Oh, just not getting the paint on these dice, but well, we're going to lose a shield on Tirani.
Did Tirani have a bullseye on rack?
Yeah, so that's what triggered Justero's bonus attack.
Yeah.
There we go. So we've got 2 hits now, but should be range 3, so 2 green dice in defense. And we'll spend a focus, but loses that second shield. And then it'll be a case of seeing what Rack has got. Now, Rack is reinforced front. But you can only shoot out the side. So, range 3 shots obstructed into Tirani. No force. Oh, that's only 1 hit, unfortunately. And we have 1 wiggle, at least. So, no damage to any TIE fighters, but Chirino has lost all his shields and has taken 2 damage cards. I think you'd say that turn was firmly with the scum players there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say this is the thing with Niklas's list. It's just all those extra shots almost and extra damage you can get off. Because now, if any of those TIE fighters move, they might snapshot into
Tirani.
Yes, and then Tirani's bullseye will hit Chirino, and then Just Arrow can shoot Chirino again.
And Tirani's ability will trigger again. Oh, that's filth.
So Just Arrow is after an enemy ship suffers damage, if it is not defending, you may perform a bonus attack against that ship. So you can't block that bullseye damage. And this and all because a TIE fighter might land in range 2. So you might just have to throw your TIE fighters forward here and try and land in range 1.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think they can go slow enough to not end up in range 2.
Well, possibly one of the back ones might.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could maybe do, like, self-bump the back 2.
Yeah. 2 forward, though, isn't it? I mean, possibly. They've got 1 banks on a TIE fighter. It's been a while since I've flown TIE fighters.
I mean, you've flown them more than me, you should know.
I know. Embarrassing. 2 secs. TIE line fighter. There we are. So so we got hard ones. So you could hard one them into each other, and then they'll bump and turn ever so slightly. No straight 1 forward or 1 banks there. And then you don't have the focus tokens, and those scum ships come forward with their 3 red dice.
Yeah. It's not necessarily a good idea, but you can do it.
It's an idea. Definitely is an idea.
Every time I see him fly this list, it just makes me want to fly it even more.
Yeah,
I love a decimator.
Okay, so we got hard 3 from red, so definitely going to land within range 1 there. So no snapshot to worry about. 2 bank. Ooh, I think we may be checking for snapshot here. Yep. So because it happens before the action step, this TIE fighter's not got any focus tokens, so it's 2 red dice. Can't be modified.
If it hits, I'll be very shocked.
Yeah, so, well, 50-50 chance.
I've never seen a snapshot hit.
And this is now Tirani's ability is doing another damage to the Rear Admiral. And now we're measuring for Just Arrow. Yeah. Oh, I feel sick. Because you haven't even got the reinforce here. Oh, only 1 hit though. Doesn't make it.
You feel sick. I've got to pay for postage to these 2. Why couldn't Tom have won this one?
Yeah. Okay, so, Decimator didn't do too badly there. Only, 2 extra damage, but has now only got 9 remaining. It sounds like a lot, but basically in a turn and a bit, he's taken 8 damage there.
I mean, it is a lot.
Yeah. So Torkel's bumped into the yellow TIE fighter, but has got 2 focus tokens from the previous turn with the Mouldy Crow title, which allows him to bank 3, I believe. Got hard 2... Oh no, sorry, a Talon roll with Cartel Marauder, which will give it a stress, which potentially will unlock some rerolls for Sloane. Just... Oh, and I guess Feedback Array actually can still trigger as well, can't it? So he doesn't care if he's not got a shot there.
No.
What
was it again? Sorry. He gains an ion.
And a disarm. to do 1 damage to all ships at range 0. So Tirani's coming on 1 bank and done a focus action. And then Chirano, oh, has he? I think he certainly bumped Tirani. I'm not sure if he's bumped. No, he's not bumped the Cartel Marauder, but the Cartel Marauder will have a range 1 shot here. Tirani will have no shot. We've got a stress coming out for the the stress of the Dauntless, won't it? Yeah. So he'll be doing his using the title, which after you bump, you can take a stress to do. Well, basically do an action that's red. So reinforcing front. That Cartel Marauder is not, however, fully in the front. So looks like I think we'll have 000 targeting Tirani. So take a stress or give Chirano a calculate. And they're just discussing it, I think. Looks like you disconnected from the game.
Have I?
Yeah.
I've only just got in. On mine, it's still loading. Nope, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm not trying again. Sack it.
Okay, so yeah, so he's given oh, and then we're going to have a Vader into the Cartel Marauder, which has done 1 damage.
Right.
And I assume Torquil is going to... Yeah, Torquil has reduced Chirano to PS0 again. So, Jostero to shoot first.
I suppose it's quite lucky for him to bump into Tirani, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think that's... I mean... Yeah, I think if Tirani could shoot there, you potentially could lose the Decimator this turn. I mean, there's still 9 hull, but it is going to be shooting last. That's a good roll from Jostero, though. 2 hits and a crit. But assuming, yep, he shot a TIE fighter with a focus token, who will spend for 3 evades. So, Cartel Marauder is going to go next and has Chirano range 1 front arc. No tokens though, but rolls 3 hits out of hand. And no reinforce, that should be just 3 damage cards.
Oh, that's not what he wants to see.
No crits yet though.
Yeah, I know, but Rex...
It's given up
That's
half
not
points.
looking good.
Yeah, he's still got 6 hull though, hasn't he? And, you know, potentially all these TIE fighters bar yellow can shoot Tirani.
I guess after this, now everything's sort of on Rack. Rack can partially disengage, but stay close enough to the ties to be a pain.
So we've got 2 hits, I think, into Rack, so it's another damage card. Again, still no crit, so we've got 5 hull left on the Decimator. And now I think it's the Imperials go. No shot for Tirani. So we're going to shoot with the one at the back that bumped.
Who's he shooting?
Going to shoot Tirani, range 2 obstructed. I think this is worthwhile because at least 2 other TIE fighters are going to shoot and probably both at range 1. You got 1 damage hit. Which can be evaded if you... Yep, it spends a focus, takes no damage. Yellow is probably just going to have to shoot into Jostero.
Yeah. I mean, the back one, you want the back one to make him spend the focus, because that's your rubbish shot.
Yeah. Oof, that's 1 hit at range 1.
Ooh.
but nothing in defense. So Justero loses its shield. Then we've got Green's going to shoot into Tirani range 1. I don't think there's a focus token on this one. So just one hit. And rolls a blank, so 1 damage.
Then Pink's got a focus on it.
So red range 1 into Tirani. Gets 2. And 2 and a blank.
She's got Tirani on 4 now, yeah?
4, yeah.
Cool.
And Chirino is now going to take the range 1 into this Cartel Marauder, who's already lost its shield. And
Is that the one next to him?
Yeah, so re-roll for Sloane, and then can spend the calculate. I don't think Chirino's ability...
You have to be fully in its arc. You have to be in the arc that it's in.
Yeah, I'm just checking. He's taken the crit. Do you want to just jump onto the table and just check with them?
I can't get on the table. I don't know what's happening.
Discord.
I'm
No,
still
Discord.
so far behind.
Discord.
No, what's happened?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jump into their chat and ask them should they have taken the crit.
Why did they do it? I've not got there yet, you see.
Yeah. So he's not fully in the front arc. Just double check.
Okay.
It might be. I mean, obviously, these guys play it much more. So Stun Pilot's gone through by the looks.
1 second.
Yeah. Put that on the overlay for now. As I say, these guys obviously play the list a lot more than we do. I think Ben's just going to just double check if... No, it just says he has to be in the front arc or rear arc, so actually it probably doesn't have to, but it is worth just checking.
I'm back again.
Yeah, right. It doesn't have to be...
I'd say...
Sorry, go on.
You don't have to be fully in it, do you? You just have to be in it.
Yeah, okay, so it's only reinforce that requires it. Yeah, I think,
that's what they're saying.
Yeah, we got Genitors.
I can't look at the card, so I'll have to believe it.
No, it does look right. It just says in the front arc, which it doesn't say fully in, so it does make sense.
Oh, someone's put it up there, isn't it? I think that's actually Ashok. I think.
So.
Double check. Oh no, maybe not. There we go. I can see the stream chat now.
Yeah. Now, Tirani could do a 4K here. We'll clear the Decimator and obviously, bring the arc back round on that bullseye.
It wasn't Ashok, it's just some dumb American, apparently, he says. That's literally what he said.
I think, although the chat's saying, this is the easy way, it's just to bully the Decimator, this is not just like your standard list. A lot of the damage that's coming through is from it's from bonus attacks and bonus damage sources.
Oh, don't worry. I blame Rich for everything.
It's quite interesting because I've been flying some different lists recently just to sort of give me a break from the advances and just trying to see what I want to fly. And having flown Tirani a little bit, this scum list does interest me. And we've got a proton bomb coming out from Torquil.
I think you've got issues, Tim, about flying lots of the same ships.
Well, if there's something good, something.
It's sort of become who you are now.
Yeah, but some of that is though flying swarms, which
TIE fighters, A-wings.
Yeah, so it's not the same ship, same
TIE
pilot.
fighters, A-wings. Then there was the Advancers. Now you're talking about flying all the Kimagilas.
No, I tried it for a few games, but they're not maneuverable enough for me.
You've got issues, man.
Well, I'm a
Houndstooth Swarm next.
Well, funnily enough, I have got the models to do it, so
I think I have. Do you know? I think I've got 4 of them, and I've never flown one. Not even in 1.0 did I ever fly it.
So Justero's done a 4K. This could be dangerous. I mean, I think he'll be okay for where the arcs are pointing, but you don't want to take too much stress here against a Sloan Swarm, as I found out to my cost. Trani has done the 4K over the top. And we've got a 1 bank from Churno, who clears the stress. Tarani can't snapshot because it was in range 1. Reinforce rear, clear the stress, gain the stress to Dauntless.
I love Dauntless.
Yeah, it's great. So we have the Proton Bomb catches Yellow, TIE Fighter, and Torquil. So what do we have here? Damage sensor array on that TIE Fighter. Not a massive...
You say they only focus anyway, don't they?
Yeah. But Justero will then use the bonus attack and get 2 hits at range 2. And that TIE Fighter is going to take another damage and be down.
Oh, from the bomb.
Oh well, yeah. The bomb did the crit. Oh no, he has got a focus token. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm not there yet.
So the TIE Fighter did have a focus token, so it's been able to take no damage from Justero's bonus attack. So we now got other things. So 000 being used against the Cartel Marauder. Take a stress. Sorry.
No, go on.
I'm going to say take a stress or give the Decimator a calculate.
And Matt, we might not need the models, but I want them. I'm going to carry on buying rubbish.
Hey, another dancing Ben.
Oh, what a handsome man. A serious need.
This Cartel Marauder's down to 4 hull now, and is that consort fire? No, stun pilot, sorry.
Yeah. Is that non-straight, is it?
Overlapping obstacles, 1 damage. I guess that would trigger Justero's ability as well.
The stun pilot?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be on his own ship, but whatever. Or has it got on one of the TIE fighters now?
Yeah. Looks like Try's just taken another damage. Oh, that would have been Vader.
Yeah.
Hit crit, range 1. So that would be a crit going into the Decimator. It looks like we've got a fuel leak on the Decimator. I think he may have taken 1 too many damage cards, unless he's going to use Tarani's ability on him as well.
I mean, he probably is.
Well, he took a damage card, then took the crit, but it has reinforced rear. Or he could kill the yellow TIE Fighter, I think. Or no, not to kill him, but certainly do a damage. Oh no,
with Tarani. Tarani damaged everybody.
Yeah. So I think they might be deciding. So I think the last damage card on top needs flipping because that's the crit, and the fuel leak hasn't been dealt.
They sorted it. Oh,
you might need to jump on the table and just chat to him. So yeah, talking about Tarani's ability.
So what's happening? Tell me what to say.
Jump on the table and just say to him, I think the last damage card was the crit, and then that face down fuel. It should be fuel leak. Okay, maybe they're just playing on, but you can have a chat to him if you want.
No, it's alright. I can't explain it because I'm so far behind. I don't know what's happening. Unless you want to jump over there.
They've moved on to the next attack, so I think they must. So what they've done is they've just played it. I think as the first damage card was There's one, but I didn't see them put the damage card on the yellow TIE fighter. You got a hit crit going into green TIE fighter.
How much hull does Rack have left?
Console fire on green 2-6. I don't think it's going to matter a great deal. So Torkel's firing the turret out the side. 9, 10, 11. So 2 left. I make that.
Ooh.
10, 11, yeah. Yeah, so possibly missed a damage card going onto the yellow TIE fighter from Tirani's ability. When you can jump on the table and see if they ask them that.
What was that? Sorry, mate.
I think the yellow TIE fighter was in bullseye of Tirani.
Is it a may or a must? Looking now.
After you perform an attack, each enemy ship in your bullseye suffers 1 damage unless it removes. Maybe he had a focus token. I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
No, he spent the focus token in defense against Justero. So he should have taken a damage card, I think. And these guys are two sort of top level players. I think they picked up the reinforced too late, and I think that's where they were discussing Tirani's ability and decided to obviously just keep it as it is. Same number of cards, but actually that fuel leak should have been face down, and it's whatever that last face down card.
Oh, I think you'll be alright, to be honest.
So feedback array is going to do 1 damage to Rack. So 1 damage. Don't know why the cartel's taking a damage card there. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so he's just shown the hull upgrade to say that he has got 1 hull left.
Cool.
Put a damage card onto that cartel marauder. I'm not sure he should do it.
Didn't feedback array change? Isn't there an errata?
Maybe the card's wrong.
I'm sure it was FAQ'd.
Okay, so we got a hit crit from Torque.
Mark says it damages yourself.
Okay, cool. The hit crit going into Tirani. That is a blinded pilot on Tirani. Probably not going to matter. I think he's got 1 hull left.
Yeah, it's because each ship at range 0, so you're range 0 of yourself.
Okay. Got this Sloan reroll for 1 hit into the Cartel Marauder from Green TIE Fighter. Evades for no damage. So we got range 1 here from Yellow TIE Fighter in at the Cartel Marauder, or could take range 3 into Tirani. Got 1 hull left on Tirani.
I guess you try and kill Tirani while you can.
Well, he's gone in off the Cartel Marauder because probably 3 red dice and a reroll. Well, hit 2 crits. That will do quite well. Now he has got a focus token here, but only rolls 1 eyeball. So 2 crits going through on the Cartel Marauder here. We'll see if the first one is Blinded Pilot. The second one is Damage Sensor Array, so it's still on the board. And now he's deciding what to do with the red TIE Fighter, who could take Tirani at range 3, but may also just shoot range 1 into his Cartel Marauder, because Rack could kill Tirani as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
But Rack Rack's on 1 hull.
Rack's got a reroll as well, though, hasn't he? Oh no, sorry, it's Rack who's stressed. Oh no, the Tirani's stressed as well.
How's the red TIE? No, red TIE Fighter's not got a focus token, so gets no damage. And Rack will take a range 1 shot from the side into Tirani. I assume he's reinforced rear. Oof. So 1 hit, re-rolls with Sloane for 2 hits. So Tirani's dead because only 1 green dice in defense. And blanks out anyway. So Wouter is currently in the lead by 10 points. But that decimator is held together with gaffer tape and all the thoughts and prayers of that crew.
That's good for you.
Yeah, could have done with that cartel marauder going off the board, because I don't think 4 TIE fighters against a Kirax and the Hawk is necessarily a good matchup for the Imperials, but certainly a lot better than.
It's not unwinnable. It's not unwinnable, is it? Because Justero's only on. He's only got 5 hull left.
Correct, yeah. But those TIE fighters, one's got 2 hull left, one's got 1 hull left.
Did the green TIE fighter roll for console fire?
I wasn't watching if he did.
Give me a second.
Okay. In fairness, it looks like Wouter just picked up the card to check, so I think possibly they noticed anyway. Yeah.
They were just talking about it.
Yeah. As soon as you left, he started moving his hand. Oh, and so Green's dead. Now, the problem we got here is I don't think Green did any damage. I don't think it matters.
No, it didn't.
So Green is dead. So just checking. So yellow. Yellow's got a damage sensor array. Red and brown are both fine. Chirano, yep, 1 hull. Cartel Marauder, I've got on 1 hull. And those crits. So stun pilot, he should be fine. Although he can do an ion move now as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
But Rack doesn't want to bump into him because then he'll just be able to kill him.
Oh yeah. I wonder if he turns Rack away just to be safe.
Yeah, I mean you can do. I mean, you probably have to, but the problem there might be that you're not going to get a shot this turn. Your arc's facing the wrong way. You can't clear your stress unless he does perhaps a 1 bank.
Yeah.
To the left, and perhaps goes to the left-hand side of the gas cloud.
Oh yeah, he's right. Someone's pointed out that Rat can kill him with Vader before.
If he has arc.
He can...
If he has arc.
Yeah. But hasn't he got his arc front to back, or is it side to side?
It was side to side. Yeah, it's side to side.
But it doesn't matter because he can just rotate it after he bumps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess so. You just blue maneuver, clear the stress, and then you can rotate, unless you hit that gas cloud. Actually, no. Dauntless is it's an extra action, isn't it? I don't think it's the perform.
Yeah,
action step.
It's not a perform action step. It just says after you bumped on it or something like that.
Let's have a quick check. So, Alt. After you've partially executed maneuver, yes, so the gas cloud is fine. Okay. But yeah, I think...
I mean, something else will definitely kill Rack then, though.
Well, this is it. I mean, Justero could just turn in. Is stressed currently.
The blues aren't great on the Kiraxes, if I remember rightly.
Let's have a see. So
move that wine.
We've got 1 and 2 banks, 2 forward, 3 forward.
I've had to move the booze away from myself.
I mean, potentially here, the Kirax, the Cartel Marauder, potentially won't have a shot here, because at least all the TIE fighters know which direction it's going to be going.
Yeah.
So Brown is just turning into that debris, taking the stress, and then rolling. Oh, and takes a crit.
Jesus.
That's some sort of pilot, I think. Panic pilot. So that's 3 stress for going through that debris. Sure. Where's the panic pilot? There you are. So red looks like it's just bumped into brown, taking the stress. Yellow turning in. It seems, I mean, guess it's going to stop the cartel marauder from getting a focus action here. Not sure. Don't think. Damage sense array, binded, stunned. So I guess this actually could be a way of stopping him get that focus token to stop Vader.
Yeah.
So, Torquil is taking a target lock onto the Decimator and has at least 1 focus token remaining. And Justero is coming around on the bank, clears the stress and does a focus action. And, Decimator's gone 1 forward. So keeping the stress, I think.
No, I think the one forward is blue.
Yeah, it's not coloured on my thing. And oh yeah, took the strain. I suppose you could still get the calculate, but hasn't got the reinforce action.
When he's going to be 0, isn't he?
Do you just take the stress here on the cartel marauder though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's his only option. Yeah, it takes.
I mean, he may as well, because you know he's going to die.
I mean, possibly you don't Vader it. Yeah, maybe Justero's just in range 2. Then maybe you strip Justero's focus token. Because at least one TIE fighter can...
You've got the reroll anyway, haven't you?
Yeah.
He's taken the stress.
Well, this is it. One TIE fighter is going to have at least a range 1 or range 2 shot here. No, yeah, so he's going to Vader the cartel marauder just to kill him. I mean, guaranteeing a dead ship is never a bad call.
Yeah, it's more points in it. And...
It is. I mean, I think you probably assume that Rack is going off the board, whatever, because there's a 3 dice attack coming from Justero here.
Yeah. And he's got, what, 1 health left?
Yeah, so he's been reduced to PS0.
You've just got to hope for blanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, 3 TIE fighters can still win this. You know, it's still half an hour to go.
So, Justero to shoot first has got a range 2 shot into Rack. This will decide Rack's fate, I guess. I mean, Torquil's still got a 2 dice shot, but it will be obstructed, possibly range 3.
Rack's dead.
Oh, so spends a focus of 1 damage.
It's dead.
Just. Yeah, I know, but that's it. It's
yeah.
You know, I suppose reinforce wouldn't have saved him there, would it? Because
no,
always gets down to 1, but only just got him.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, now the TIE fighters have got nothing to shoot. So that
no. Do you know your idea as well would have saved him, wouldn't it? Because he wouldn't have a focus to spend for the 1 damage.
Exactly. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it comes down to dice at the end of the day. I mean, he might have pushed some interesting, weapons failure or something like that if he got a crit through onto Justero, and then Brown TIE Fighter could then shoot the cartel marauder. Not saying that it would definitely kill him because he has got 2 green dice in defense versus 2 red dice unless it's range 1. So we got 2 hits into 2 evades from Torquil into, I think, the Brown TIE Fighter. But yeah, no shots now for the TIE Fighters, unfortunately. So let's just double check. So green TIE Fighter is dead. Brown's got 1, yellow's got 1, which is a damage sensor rate. So I think that's all fine. Torquil has lost 1 shield, and Justero's lost its shield. So currently we have Wouter has scored 97 points, and Niklas has scored 133. It's going to be a tough game for the Imperials now. Needs to get those...
I don't think he's out yet, though.
No, not at all. I mean, I think he has to go... So he's got 2... Well, brown TIE Fighter's probably dead, potentially, depending where he goes, because he's got 3 stress tokens, so he's not going to get that focus token on him. No. So he needs to make sure that Justero can't shoot him.
No, Justero's only got 5 full left as well. It is doable.
It's going to be a tough ask. I mean... Yeah, this is it. I mean, hindsight is fantastic. I mean, all right, he did take off the cartel marauder to make sure that, you know, it was just 3 TIE fighters versus these 2. But yeah, maybe if he had taken, you know, risk the shot into Justero.
I mean, it's easier to say because we've seen what happens, don't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
So I think red here probably does either the fastest, like, is it 3 forward blue with TIE fighters? Possibly could do the bank, but needs to sort of stretch that range bubble a little bit. Yeah, 2 or 3 forward or 2 banks for TIE fighters. I think brown probably turns in. Yellow's not in a bad position. Yeah, it has done a 3k there. The problem is, I mean, I can't help but feel that you need to make sure you can get your tokens here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got
I think
22 minutes.
I think you can't be doing... I think you need to be getting shots in. You know, rather than just clearing your stress and stuff. Because, you know, he's behind, and he's probably well aware that he's behind here.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. I mean, this is it. I mean, what, 66 points in 3 TIE fighters?
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, having flown, you know, these, obviously 3 green die ships quite a lot now, not having a focus token. I mean, red there is probably brown bread.
The red TIE fighter?
Yeah, well, he's just got pincered between 2 ships at range 1. He's got no focus token.
Oh. So, I'm not at that point yet.
Okay, so Torquil is going to spend his focus for 2 hits. And this is it. All comes down to the green dice. 1 evade, so 1 damage onto red. Torquil will get 3 red dice side shot from his turret with a focus token. Two hits and a crit. And in defense, the TIE fighter gets 1 evade and unfortunately dies.
It's not what he wants right now, is it?
No, I mean, yellow's going to have a range 3 shot into Justero, but again, losing another TIE fighter. Yeah, range 3 just in bullseye. It does get 2 hits at range 3.
That's not bad.
Justero rolls 1 evade and takes 1 damage.
Yeah, what's he got left? 2 TIE fighters.
Yeah, I mean, yellow's in a decent place. Can come in with a blue move here, sort of chase after Justero. Justero may do a Talon, I guess. You doing the washing up?
No, I was just moving some pans because the cats are trying to get to him. My missus is away, so I've been a bit lazier than usual.
I think Brown's probably just got to fly away, just try and take a couple of turns to sort of clear the stress off. Okay, reveal a hard one, so staying in the fight. 3 forward, clear the stress with yellow, and we'll get that all-important focus token. See what the scum are going to be up to. Hard 2 with Torquil. And yeah, we've got the Talon with Justero, which may get him out of arc of yellow. No, just in arc, but probably a range 1 shot here. Oh, that's pretty close though to being out of yellow's arc. Only just, I think. But yeah, we've got a range 1 shot here from Justero. Has got the focus token for defense, but already 1 hold down. Two hits and a crit out of hand.
Ooh, spicy.
And blank out from the TIE Fighter. Oh, dearie me.
Dead, innit?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, even undamaged, I mean, I think that is a pretty harsh way for Wouter to go out here. He's played very well to obviously get to the final game. Both players are very good players.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, it's just the tricks on the scum have just edged out over the efficiency of Sloane here, I'm afraid. Looks like Brown is... Brown's taken 1 damage there at range 3.
How much health has that got? You can't see it because the Sith take a logo. It's covering it.
1 left.
Oh.
I'll move that out of the way.
I don't think it really matters right now, mate.
No, because unfortunately, because he did the hard 1 last turn, he is still double stressed.
Yeah.
And currently, neither of the scum shits on the table have been halved points yet.
Oh. I mean, it's the final. It doesn't matter about MOV anyway, does it?
No, but in a kind of how close he is to sort of clawing it back. I mean, he's now 97 plays, 188. I think he's just conceded there. So let's jump onto the table and grab the players. Hey guys, you're live on Twitch, so well played both of you. That was a pretty brutal game of dice, but congratulations, congratulations, Niklas. It was a very what's the word I'm looking for? I guess I don't want to say tricksy, but yeah, just all those triggers, just getting those extra points of damage on rack and triggering the extra shots in the right order. Good
job remembering them all.
Hassle remembering all of that.
Well, you slow down the commentary quite a bit because I was suddenly in my head just trying to think it through. I don't know, that was the bonus shot. Now he's doing his proper shot, and it's like, it is what it is. But I mean, yeah, commiserations, Wouter. Did very well last week. I don't think we saw Chirino melt quite so heavily in the 2 games last week. Certainly a very different type of list to play against.
Yeah, I didn't expect to go down that many points in the first engage when I banked in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can bank in and then circle around because the others are I thought were going to move in through the asteroid field here. So I thought, okay, let's just bank in and then take a couple of shields and then go around and start vadering stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's it, and I think it's almost like you're playing against 6 ships, even though it's only 4 ships, because all those extra shots and extra points of damage that are coming out. Very interesting.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed watching that.
In hindsight, I should have go for Torquil first.
I was
But
kind of expecting you to, but that's why I kind of hang back with her and try to make sure she didn't take the blunt force of all TIE fighters straight away.
Yeah, yesterday I played a practice game against Niels, who put your list on the table. I'm like, I'm gonna practice against it, and then came to the conclusion if I go for Tirani, I can just shoot with all my TIE fighters into Tirani and will actually do damage. So if I can melt him within 2 turns, I have a pretty good game, even if this thing still is alive.
Oh,
But
yeah, definitely.
that didn't happen. So I'm like, oh, this is not going well.
No, yeah, I mean, it's it. Hindsight's a fantastic thing. I mean, we chatted about it at the start of the game, and I think personally, I probably would have gone after Tirani first to get that sort of damage threat off the board. And
it can kill TIE fighters with its ability. That happened yesterday. I'm like, oh, and then he doesn't get the double stress. So I think this. I thought he has to die, but no, I think Torkel needs to die first.
I'm kind of torn myself because regardless if Torkel or Tirani dies first, Torkel will most likely keep denying that high initiative shot. But the longer Torkel is, Tirani is on the board, the more free damage I get with Snapshot each turn.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
Oh, it's horrendous. Yeah,
how people fly as well. Since no one wants to be on the bullseye when they finish a maneuver.
No.
And everyone wants to be in range.
Well, I was chatting to Ben at the start of the game. I actually played against a 4 Kimijila list with Tirani with my 5 tie advanced, and it's not just how I move like that one ship, it's how it affects all my ships. Because if I trigger that snapshot, is there anything else that's going to get hit by his bullseye ability? And suddenly, it's not just if you're playing an AC list of 2 or 3 ships, it's probably just that one ship that you just need to be thinking about. But yeah, when you've got a swarm of ships, you suddenly think, well, if I trigger it now, will he suddenly, hit 2 or 3 different ships? So no, I think it's really good. And then, like I say, not only do you snapshot with Tirani's ability, but then that triggers Justero's bonus attack as well. And it's just like, just all those extra attacks that are coming in. And
then Tirani's got the baked-in ability as well, hasn't he? In the bullseye, where you can't spend evades or focus or something.
Yeah, you can't modify your defense dice with green tokens.
Yeah,
so
it's even more shenanigans.
Work.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
What was that? I think I just got
reinforce doesn't work against Tirani.
Yeah,
if Tirani's got him in bullseye because you can't spend. Oh, that's really good.
Because I think
you're not spending.
Cancels you don't
spend
and you cancel a hit result.
Not modify.
No,
you add evade results to cancel down to 1.
Yeah. Adding a removing dice is modifying.
Yeah,
but isn't it reinforced cancelling a hit result instead of to a minimum of 1, instead of putting an evade result on the table? In 1.0 it was
no. So in 2.0, adding and removing dice is modifying.
Yeah, but it depends on how reinforce is worded. I don't know how it's actually worded.
Okay. No, I just what you're saying.
If you have more than 1 result remaining, add 1 evade result.
Okay.
Is that what it says? It saves me trying to find it. I was just trying to get it up now.
I got that question quite a bit during Worlds with a similar version of this list. Because the first guy I played during Worlds had double decimators. So we got a judge within the first 5 minutes.
So you're slowing us all down.
Yeah, so he actually says that pretty much word for word. So during the neutralize result step, if the attack would hit and there is more than 1 hit or crit result remaining, 1 evade result is added to cancel 1 result.
Cool.
Okay, that's interesting. I might have to look into that a bit further. I'm not saying it's not. I think that is very, very tricksy list. Well played and well flown. I mean, I don't know how many rounds we ended up with the knockout. It's been
I don't know because I had to do weird things to get it to work.
But no, it's it's a 106 player event that you've had to win every single game to get to this point. So you've both done very well to just get to this point, and then obviously Niklas has just obviously managed to take the win in the final. So congratulations!
Yep.
Thank you, and also thank you to Wouter for a really great game as well. Because that ended really badly for me as well. If Tirani just had taken 2 more damage during first engagement.
Yeah. That was the goal. I'm like, okay, let's take him out and then start shooting into Torquil. But nope, it went in your favor this time. So maybe next time.
Well, that's it. I mean, hopefully we'll be back with a Knock the Sith Out 2 once this league season finishes. So probably about October time. So we'll see. We may come back with some improvements. I'm sure Ben has some ideas about where we might be going with that. So hopefully we'll see you both back in that. And obviously that's open to anybody else that plays in the Sith Taker leagues, or anybody in fact that just wants to play. And just keep an eye on our Facebook page for more details on that. Anything either of you would like to say? Any shout outs before we go?
Shout out to Team Horen. We can actually play in real life again in the store.
No, don't rub it in.
Yay! Yay for Holland.
I guess I'll
thank
give
you. Thank you
to all our Wampas as well.
Yep. Thank you to Niels for at least giving me a practice game, so I had a strategy, because otherwise I didn't know what to do against this. So.
Anything you want to add, Ben, over this the event or anything like that?
No, it's finished now. It's been a hard event, that one. I had lots of problems.
Yeah, like I say, I think we've got some ideas to improve it for next time. But no, thanks to everybody for watching, and thanks for you two for both agreeing to come on stream. That will be up on Twitch for a couple of weeks, and we'll get it uploaded to our YouTube
just
channel.
Before we go
on.
Just thank everyone as well who was involved. Thanks for playing. It's been a laugh.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I managed to stick in for a couple of rounds before I got knocked out. But yeah, we'll play some more. Anyway, I think with that we will call it a night. So it's goodbye from me, and goodbye from Ben.
See you later.
Goodbye from Niklas.
Goodbye.
And goodbye from Wouter.
Goodbye.